Hey guys, Alex here, and today I'm fully rigging out my FastCat 14. Alright guys, so the first step in upgrading and fully rigging out my FastCat 14 is to repower the boat. So I'm going from this Honda 9.9, I believe it's about a 2020 model, to this brand new 2025 20 horsepower Suzuki. So I'm going to double the horsepower on this boat and really be able to push her to the max. And that's gonna be fun because this boat is rated at about 23 miles an hour with a 20 horsepower motor. So I'm excited to really see how fast I can get her to go, see how it maneuvers with a bigger motor. And yeah, I'm pumped. So let's get started on that. And to start, I apologize for the sweating. It's about 100 degrees outside right now. And I'm hiding in my garage. I'm going to turn the fan back on. And I'm going to throw this Suzuki motor onto this boat. So let's get started. All right, guys, I was able to swap out these two 100-pound motors without even breaking a sweat. But seriously, I'm going to miss this 9.9 Honda. It's been a great motor. If you're looking at a FastCat 14 with the 9.9 Honda, it really is a great package, great price. And I've had it for a long time. I've taken 4 people out on this boat many times, and it's done a really great job. So this motor is going to be missed. Not getting rid of it. It's going to my Fish Skiff 16. And that's going to be the main motor for that boat. But yeah, definitely a great motor, reliable, starts all the time. So she'll be missed. But yeah, I'm going to go with this 20 horsepower motor now. It's going to push this boat a little faster for me. And yeah, the next step is to put oil in this motor and get it all rigged up. After I put oil in it, I do have to go through about, I believe it's a 10-hour break-in period. And so I'm going to kind of do that off camera. So that way next week we can get out and do a trip with the boat, a nice long trip for you, show you how seaworthy this boat really is. But yeah, so I'm going to put oil in the motor, sorry. And yeah, and then get going with all my other attachments that I want to add also. So if you've never used a small gas outboard before, and you might not be buying one because you don't want to have to deal with the oil and everything like that, it's actually very simple to do it yourself. If you don't want to, you can always bring it to an authorized mechanic, but it's really simple. You just take off the cowling. There's a sticker almost always on the side inside the motor. It tells you exactly how much oil it needs and the type of oil. If it doesn't say it right on the motor, then it's going to be in the manual of that motor. So you basically just clean off the dipstick, you open up the oil entry port, and you just use it with a funnel. You fill it with oil. In this case, it takes about a quart of oil. So once I put that quart in, I'm going to check that dipstick. It looks like I'm a little at the high mark, but that's perfect. A little of this oil will get burned off, and I have to replace this oil after the break-in period anyway. So looks like I'm good to go. All right, guys, my motor is all set up and ready for the break-in period. I attached the gas can. I filled it with oil, so I'm ready for the next step. Before I go on, though, I kind of want to give a shout out to the FastCat owners group on Facebook. They don't get the love they deserve, but it's a great community of FastCat owners. And if you join that group, you'll be able to see how to rig out a boat like this, what they did to their boat, what motors they have, everything like that. So if you're looking for more information on a FastCat and you haven't pulled the trigger yet, even after you bought the boat, still join that group. It's a great community of people, and I highly recommend it. So the next step I'm gonna do is I want cup holders on my boat. I like to go out. I like to bring my my Arctic with me and have some ice water, especially here in Florida. So I want some cup holders and a place to put a tool and a place to put my wallet or phone or whatever. So these actually are designed to attach to our Y seats, and they work really well. They're super cheap, and I highly recommend this if you want to add cup holders to your FastCat. So actually, well, any of our boats really that use these types of seats can take these. So I'm going to add one on each side in the back. I'm not putting them in the middle because I want to be able to get through the middle of the boat, and if I need to get to the gas can or anything back there, I want it want it open, but they're gonna go on each side of the boat. So that's my next step, is installing these. All right, guys, I took the boat out over the weekend and I got that motor all broken in. I'm not gonna go over any performance details right now, but she ran beautifully, and I'm excited for the next video. So the next video I'm gonna be doing a long run with this boat and this new motor, and I'm gonna show you how it performs in rougher conditions, everything like that. So definitely subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. Right now, I wanna show you my next upgrade. I bought this beautiful 100 amp hour 12.8 volt battery that's gonna power this whole boat. I don't really have too much to be powered. I have a fish finder that I'm gonna be installing, and I have the electric bow mount spot lock motor. So this new battery is gonna power all of that easily and last me a long time. The battery I'm upgrading to is the Golden Meat Orion 1000. It's a 100 amp hour battery, like I said, 12.8 volt, and I mean, this thing's just a beast. It has Bluetooth built into it, so I can check the charge directly on my phone, or you can look at the top of the battery, and it has a screen that'll show you everything going on, what's pulling from it, and how much charge is left on it. So it's really a cool battery. I believe I got it for just over 200 bucks at the time it was on sale, and this is going to be a huge upgrade to my setup. It's going to power everything plus some, and I'm really excited to get this installed. Alright, I am by no means an electrician, but I think I was able to put together a pretty good wiring setup here. That being said, if you're not comfortable with electricity or you don't know what you're doing, have someone else do it for you. Don't hurt yourself. But yeah, so let's get started. Let me show you what I did with my setup. So the first thing I knew going into this is that I wanted to be able to connect and disconnect my bow mounted trolling motor pretty easily. That way I can switch it out with our new ladder. So if I'm going out with friends for the day, I'm not going fishing, I can easily switch out the ladder, and I don't have to worry about wiring running through the entire boat. So after shopping around a little bit, I found these great high quality quick disconnects that are gonna run my 6-gauge wire all the way back to my battery that I'm gonna keep by the gas tank. So the next thing I did was find some high quality 6-gauge wire. I got 10 feet of it, so it's gonna run the full length of the boat all the way near the stern, where I'm gonna have my gas tank and my battery set up. On one end of the wire, I put a quick disconnect, and on the other end, I put ring terminals to hook up to the battery. And I'm running this wire all through the gunnel of the boat, and maybe eventually I'll strap them down, but right now they're gonna run on the side of the boat and be out of the way. Well, it really started to downpour out here, so I hope you can still hear me well. But the next thing, now that I ran all that wiring, I want to get my fish finder all set up over here. Normally, I'd recommend a 2-part glue, like the Weaver kit we have available on our website. That gives you a very permanent hold. If you're doing a lot of Scotty mounts, I would definitely buy that. In this case, I'm going to use the single part adhesive that it comes with, and just glue it on that way. So I start off by finding the best position for my Scotty pad and using a pencil, not a pen or a marker. Use a pencil so it can get wiped off easily. Outline the exact spot that you're going to be mounting your pads. Next, you want to prep your pads and the area that you're going to be mounting them in. In this case, we always recommend using toluene, but if you don't have that, you can use a little bit of acetone or a little bit of alcohol, and it'll do the job great. Toluene will work the best, but I don't have it right now, so I'm going to use a little bit of acetone, wipe down the pad, and wipe down the area that I'm going to be mounting it to. The next step is the gluing process. I like to get an even coat of glue all over the bottom of my accessory pad and all over the spot where I'm going to be mounting the pad. Partially why I drew that line is so I can really stay in those lines and I'm not going to create a mess. I'm going to spread that glue along those lines and then spread it all the way out in the center. The next step, and I think the most important part of the process, is to have a blow dryer handy. With the blow dryer, you're going to want to heat up the bottom of that pad to make it more malleable so it's going to flex and stick to the boat in a proper form. You can do this for about 30 seconds or so on each side. After that, you can finally mount the pad to the boat. Once it's mounted and perfectly in place, I like to use that blow dryer a little more to massage it onto the boat and make sure there's contact throughout the entire pad. Do that for a little while, and once you're done, pull away the blow dryer and just keep massaging that pad in place. We recommend letting it dry for about 24 hours in a cool, dry place. While I'm up here, I know a lot of people have been asking what trailer to get for their FastCat 14. So I'm gonna put a link down below, the exact trailer model that I have. The main thing when it comes to the trailer, you wanna be able to support the bow of your FastCat, but most importantly, you want a trailer that can have raised bunks. So your boat, since it is a catamaran, it's gonna be sitting above those wheel wells, and it's not gonna be scraping on those wheel wells. So you're gonna wanna be able to get those raised bunks. I believe mine are 18-inch raised. They're just over the wheel wells, so it works perfectly for me. And then on the bow, I could use a different support up here. This is working for now. I am gonna add a new flat support, so the bow presses right against that. But yeah, I'll put just a link below of the trailer to get, and that way you can look at the full description and know exactly what you need. But like I said, every region of the US is different. They all carry different brands, so you wanna get something similar to this. So to make this boat fully legal while I'm out on the water, I need to have my registration numbers displayed. So I went with a really simple system here. I actually made this plaque from the numbers and a yard sale sign all in the same section at Home Depot. And I just fully taped that with regular tape to keep it sealed. And yeah, it came out pretty decent. But to keep it on the boat, I'm using these adhesive backed Velcro pads that I actually bought on Amazon, and they're about $5 for a big pack of them. So I know this isn't gonna last forever, and I'm okay with that. These were really cheap, this was really cheap to make, and this system's gonna work perfectly for me. All right guys, last but not least, before I unveil this whole boat to you, I bought this navigation light kit, which I'm gonna be setting up on the boat because occasionally I wanna come in late at night or I wanna go fishing at night. And yeah, I don't want to have to worry about not having lights on my boat. So I bought these battery-powered navigation lights that should be good. One's an anchor light, one's a bow navigation light with the red and green. So I'm going to magically set this up really quick and show you if it works. Well guys, there you have it. I fully rigged out my FastCat 14. I waited the 24 hours, I let these mounts dry, and now I added my fish finder. So let's go over what I added to the boat fully. I upgraded my motor from a 9.9 to a 20 horsepower motor. I rigged up that brand new battery, which is gonna add a lot of power to my boat and allow me to add any other accessories I might want. Then after that, I added these mounts for the fish finder and the transducer that's gonna go on the side. This is gonna be nice because I can just flip this up whenever I need and get it out of the way. So it's as simple as flipping it up like that, and the boat's ready to be trailered, or it's ready for me to go fast on the boat, so that fish finder doesn't, or that transducer doesn't get ripped off or anything like that. So yeah, I added these mounts. Then I added these they're called gear caddies with the cup holders, and I think those are going to be really nice because I like to bring my Arctic along with me and whatever. So it's going to be great having that. Then I added the lights on the bow and the stern for fishing at night, and if I come in late, I'm legal. I added my my registration plaque right here. So the registration plaque, to be fully legal, at least in Florida, I need to have my numbers displayed. After upgrading the full wiring system and adding these disconnects, I can easily take on and off that bow-mounted trolling motor. So if I want to go out with friends, I throw on the ladder. If I want to go fishing, I put on the bow-mounted trolling motor. And yeah, that's kind of about it. I think this setup's gonna be really, really nice. I have everything I need now. I have cup holders, I got a bow-mounted motor, easily connected to the battery system. I got my fish finder. Yeah, new motor, which is gonna push me along really nice. And yeah, the lights. So I'm fully legal and I'm really happy with this setup. If you guys enjoyed this workshop video, I can do more of them. I can rig out some of our other boats, show you what I do to place things in the best spots. Like like this transducer, for example, I think this is going to give me easy access to this mount. So if you like this video, you like this workshop style video, make sure you leave a comment below, subscribe, and like this video so I can do more of them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for the next video. I'm gonna be I think I'm gonna be running this thing to Sanibel Island. I'm gonna finally finish that trip that I started with the fish skiff. Got cut short because storms were rolling in, but I think I'm gonna do it on this boat, head over to Sanibel Lighthouse, and yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. So stay tuned for next week. Thanks, guys.